He said, shopping carts are buggies, and you are live. What's going on, guys? Talking shop, man. I'm live with Danny, the Manny, Lanier. You guys have ever heard of him? He's a dude. Dan. Not just any dude. He's a dude that choked out Chuck Norris back in the early 70s. Twice. Once or twice. I don't even know. It's just hopeless and hope for this. You see my subscribers go up and you were so pissed. What's going on, Extensive Gardens? Always choking people for no reason.
We're always grinding shout out to Ring Lawn Care.
You know what's up.
Oh, man.
Charge your old phone. Custom Cuts, how you doing, man?
What's up, Extensive Gardens, Custom Cuts?
What's new, Danny? We also got Randy in here to throw random comments if he wants to. But
we do got Randy, G4 Outdoors.
Randy from G4 Outdoors. Thanks, everybody, for jumping in.
We got the G4 Outdoors in here. We got Cut and Clean Lawn Care, obviously, in here. And Danny Lanier. If you guys are not subscribed to Lanier Lawn Care, make sure you take a second and go do that real quick. Also, if you're not subscribed to G4 Outdoors, make sure you go over there and do that real quick. Both will be appreciated on their parts for sure. I'm sure it would be. Because I know Danny's got some stuff coming up. He's got a 6,000 subscriber giveaway coming up, and he's only 45 away.
I know, 45. It's getting there quick, man. I'm just so impatient. Like this gaining 5 to 7 a day is just killing me.
That's the story of my life, man.
I know.
Gain 13, gain 2, gain 5, gain 14,
right.
lose 7. Depends on the topic you're talking about.
If I quit watching it, then it would probably go a lot quicker. Like I'd probably get on there tomorrow and be there, but I got to watch it every hour.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the share. Yeah, it's like wanting to become 6 foot tall, so you just keep marking your height, and every day.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
gain quarter.
I can't gain a centimeter there.
Frankie Frank, how you doing? But yeah, dude, what all you got going on for the 6,000 subscriber giveaway? I know you got that coming up fast.
Oh my God, it's a lot of stuff. We've got a surecan we're giving away in it. We got a surecan shirt. We got some post shields. We've got an RZ mask. We've got some lanyards. We've got a 32-piece DeWalt bit set. We've got, oh my God, there's so much stuff in it. It's
so pretty much everything you came away with for free from the GIE Expo.
Yeah, plus more, way more. Then we've got the Rackham double barrel gate assist. We're going to give one of those away. We've got equipment defender, trimmer or blower rack of your choice, whichever one you want.
That's a good deal there. Hell yeah, that's a good little contest to win.
We've got a equipment defender surecan rack with surecan that I'm purchasing personally coming up. Okay. There's a lot. There's a whole lot. We've actually got lawn care equipment eventually that we're going to give away as well. So it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a great year.
The shipping on that stuff sounds astronomical.
It's horrible.
Unless you get a lot of the companies to send them for sure.
You've already mentioned what the lawn care equipment is. Do you know what that? I think you said it live before, but have you already said it before?
I have not, and I'm not going to.
No.
Ooh, so what is it?
I'm not telling you.
You getting calls yet or anything, man? Is the season starting to kick up?
I have been getting calls, and like Rob from Mocan. Let's see what he has to say.
See what Rob's got to do live.
What's up, Rob? You're live.
Put him on speaker.
Well, Andy's doing his podcast.
Hey, he never called me back about when to come up there.
Podcast. I got an email back from Cora.
Okay. It's got to be secretive, guys. We got to turn the speaker off.
Randy Cottongate, how you doing, man? First year in established detail biz. There you go, man. Hope it works out. True guy in the industry. I don't know. He's faker than you think, man.
What's cracking, Jason?
Danny's way faker than you think, guys.
Yeah.
He wears his emotions and his heart on his sleeve, though, for sure. And you got to love the guy for that.
The most true
Jason
guy.
Thompson. Wow, what's up, buddy?
Keeping it real with Danny Lanier.
Keeping it real. Now, let's be honest.
Okay. Well, sweet deal. Well, I appreciate it, Rob.
Go grab your buggy on the way to
Grab your buggy.
Go grab your buggy on the way to the thing, man.
Y'all go grab your buggy.
First mulch job scheduled for next week, 24 yards. We did the old 24-yarder.
Like those lights, Lanier. Which lights, man? Did I miss something? I don't know.
Headlights.
I don't know.
Headlights.
Oh, man, them things are awesome. I really do like them, and I tell you why I bought them is I got tired of purchasing the freaking halogen bulbs,
Right? The Sylvanias or whatever.
Oh man, I was spending $60 on a pair of those things, and they lasted less than 6 months. And I was constantly replacing them, and I said, you know what, I want brighter and whiter anyway. So I got to doing some research and figured out that, you know, if you've got regular halogen bulbs, the best lights to go with are your LEDs. So I got to doing some research on LEDs and found them for around the same price, and they come with a 2-year warranty.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
And I was like, well, this is awesome. Supposedly like 50,000 hours of life. And
are those plug and play, or do you have to run different kind of ballasts and stuff like that?
Plug and play.
Wow, really?
Literally plugged directly in.
How much were those?
They were right at $60.
Oh, really? Wow.
2-year warranty. I don't think any light bulbs come with any warranties, do they?
No.
Yep, 2-year warranty on them, and I was like, "Wow, that's awesome." So you know, of course, I did all my research before I bought them, but hey, I mean, they've been working great.
And I'm sure that video did it no justice at all.
It didn't.
No,
you know, after watching the video, I was like, "Man, these they don't even like." I mean, you can tell when it's up against the garage door.
Yeah, one's like a yellower, one's whiter.
Yeah. When I go over to the park, it's pitch black over there. Pitch black where I started filming at, and it was just like, wow, this is totally different. Like,
because there's two things that just don't show up on film. One's light, and the other one's like hills or terrain change. You can't tell. That's weird. Andy and Danny, how many customers do you generally have in a season? As a solo owner operator, dude, 35 to 40, I would say, is my max. Right now, I think I'm like about 29. I've lost a lot this year. A lot of people have sold houses, things like that. So I'll be gaining those back for sure.
I'm actually I was getting phone calls before we went live of customers to gain, which is a great thing. I got a thing the other day talking about, you know, 108 people have found me on Google in the month of February. That's a good thing. So, and it said like 30 something of them visited my website. So, hey, it's going to start. It's going to start. The season's getting close. Hopefully end of March, beginning of April, we get to start mowing around here, and it's going to be totally awesome.
Billy Goat says, how many customers wait to the last minute to contact you? Almost every single one of them. The majority of the contacts I get and or calls are from the guy who went out to go start his mower April 1st and realized he left gas in it the whole time and his engine won't start, so he needs someone to mow the grass.
And the grass is already overgrown.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, sure, man. But that's real life, though. That's how it works. You're not planning on getting a yard guy to you like, you know what, I ain't buying another mower. I'm just going to hire someone to do this. That's the way it works, man.
Yeah. Aaron Jackson, I appreciate your comment, man. That means a lot.
Got Rob texting me. Rob from MoCan.
Well, guy,
I just got in.
Could have just talked to you.
Rob from MoCan giving a quick shout out. Gravely Days.
That's coming up.
February, March 16th through the 24th.
He's showing me what he just got in.
22% off.
What is that?
That's that new hydro walk behind.
Oh, the one you was using at GIE.
Yeah, I got mixed emotions on it, and I'm always going to. I don't care what company says, if they say it's the greatest thing ever made or not. I just see a lot more moving parts, and that's just something I have to try out to know whether or not it's going to be good or not. Because, you know, like the way it has the, twist handle for the throttle.
Right.
I've had that on a lot of stuff, and that one time you accidentally bump it into stuff, like we had the jacks at work that work that way, and it tweaks it off a little bit, it becomes a big problem, man. But, you never know until you try it out and you see it. But I like the intuitive steering. I think that's a great idea. Takes a lot of the fatigue out of running them, especially with the hands. What are they waiting for? They're always just waiting, man.
They always wait.
Look at Danny. He waits till the extreme last minute to make a decision. He's been wanting a new trailer since October. He still don't have one.
I've been wanting a lot of new things.
SEO, my site ranks #1 in Georgetown. Mine ranks #1 here. Great point, Lanier. Google stars. It is. It absolutely is, man. If you're owning a lawn and landscape business and you don't have a Google business listing, you're
missing out.
Yeah, you're losing an opportunity, man.
Yeah, great conversation going here on the bottom. If you can read that message for me.
Oh yeah. Le sexe don't sit son severe, but I don't know what the hell that guy's saying. Come on, man. I appreciate the comments, though. It's probably
I see the word sexual.
It's probably saying something jacked up about me for sure. Do you guys do one-time cuts or do you make customers sign contracts? I do not make customers sign contracts because I don't know. I just don't. I'm fine with the one-time cuts depending on what the job is, but I overcharge them for them. If I'm in the middle of a route and someone needs something done at that minute, you're getting hit with that price tag.
I've been with you during a one-time cut where a neighbor came over and said, "Hey, can you just do my front yard?" And
so
Andy's like, "I don't do just one cut," and I'm thinking, "Let me borrow your mower."
I'll go run over that. And I hit him. I said, "What did I say?" I said, $35. I'll cut your front yard. He's like, that's just a little too much. I'm like, it might be, but I got shit to do, man. I got a schedule I got to keep on. I want to get home to my family. So everything, especially when I'm not maxed out, but when my schedule is full, I mean, it's just like, hey, man, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. I'm here, but
yeah,
I want to get what I want for it.
5 minutes.
All right. So you ready? You want to hear what Lola had to say?
That's 5 minutes. Plus that guy's never edged his property. So I got to work on it, getting that edge back and everything.
That's a true statement too. All right, Randy, you ready? You wanted it translated. It's French. Are you ready?
There you go.
The word sex often refers to the reproductive system
There we go.
or the sexual act and sexuality in more global sense, but also refers to the physical differences between men and women.
So maybe that person just learned how to speak French as well.
That's what you wanted. Right.
The best starter mower is whatever you can afford to get out there and make money with. That is the best mower. There's no one brand that's going to do better than anything. I started off with that Encore and it made me a lot of money.
The one that grew into something else.
Still to this day, it was a Lawn Boy 2-stroke that mowed through anything.
Yeah, I mean, even your Cub Cadet will mow through anything. Doesn't mean you should, but it will.
Oh, yeah. Next door. Do you advertise your business? I've tried it, and
the next door app in my area is the biggest headache ever because you have so many tryhards on there, like the 40-year-old women that are like the lead of their neighborhood. The minute you post someone there, excuse me, we don't do soliciting on the next door app, and it's like, shut up.
Next door, people participate in next door. I know I never have anyway.
Yeah, I'm on it, but I don't know. I've never gotten any business from the next door at all.
Do you guys do one-time cuts, or do you make your customers sign contracts?
I touched on that a little bit. I will do one-time cuts. I've made a lot of money doing one-time cuts.
Right. I will charge you more, but
I would prefer for you to be on a weekly schedule. That way your yard stays looking amazing.
That is a true statement as well.
But if the money's right, the money's right. That's all that matters. We're here to make money. We're here to make money. So, man, you got any new purchases coming up for 2018? I got some things I'm trying to work in.
We're trying. I want to get a 36-inch mower. I want to get a 52-inch set down with a bagger system.
Now we're talking.
And the only reason I want it is because I want to be able to use it for my bigger properties, but I also want to be able to be more productive in cleanups and have that bagging system on a set down compared to, that small bagger on a stander.
So do you want to go with a factory bagger, or are you thinking about an aftermarket bagger?
I've been thinking about a factory, but I'm sure when I start researching, I will find one that is aftermarket that probably is going to be better than what a factory could be and cheaper.
Right. Because my most difficult thing here is my dump sites are stupid. So, I mean, especially for cleanups and haul away, most people don't want to pay for it because you already get my price. And then on top of that, you're getting hit with another $35. And it's just like a never ending cycle. But I don't have any good dump sites or dump areas around here for me. See, once you own a business, it's like, man, price goes up. What do you guys think about the Husqvarna new snake, Husqvarna? I know nothing about him, man. Nothing about him at all.
Wally at Beach River is the only one that you could probably even go to.
Yeah, you can go check out his video if you want, but I don't. Yeah, I probably wouldn't buy one.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. But you know, they're trying to get in the game like a lot of people are. They've been around for a long time, but you know that don't mean that. I mean, your first stander is going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to spend the money, you got to kind of go with something tried and true, not something brand new to the market, because then you'll be one of the people dealing with all the flaws it may have that they're trying to work out, you know. So that's just kind of my opinion on it, I guess. I tried the service called Plows and Mows. It was horrible. They pay you like $25 a lawn. Yeah, a lot of those paid properties, like you'll get those calls, but you don't get to dictate prices. And I think that is ridiculous. Like, hey, we got a job for you, $20. No, I'm not going anywhere for $20.
Right.
I don't know how people could do some of those. The Ferris Z1 is a beast. That's what I heard, man.
I found a Ferris Z2 in my area, and it's a 52-inch. I thought about buying it so bad, but you know, I really want a set down, so I had to pass it up because it was, you know, $3,500. It was cheap. Had like 500 hours on it. I mean, just ridiculously priced. But
Kyle Knight says, which is better, bagger, side discharge, mulch, or rear discharge? Well, in 100% clarity, the bagging would be the best and most healthiest for the lawn, but at the same time, nobody wants to justify those prices. So if you're trying to make money as a business, I prefer side discharge the best, because you also get to run over those clippings multiple times and just thin them out a lot more.
Yeah, I tried a rear discharge mower and I didn't like it. And I'll tell you,
because everything stays in that path. You don't go over it again, you know?
Stays in that path, and it made it look like I was baling or cutting freaking hay.
I mean, mulching's good too if you have the power. If you have a mower that has the power, then I mean, mulching's not bad either. It just, I don't think it does as good of a job. Like if you're wanting to run stripes and keep it clean, you know, I think side discharge is probably the way to go. Brian posted his best beginner mower, X-Mark Turf Tracer. Well, that's good for Brian because everyone has their opinion, man. He might think it's the best. That doesn't mean it'll work for you, man.
True statement.
Because my first mower was a Craftsman LT1000 riding lawnmower. And guess what? It made me money. It made me money.
First mower was a Cub Cadet RZT 0-turn, 50-inch.
Yeah.
50. I think that's the same kind Blake started with, I believe.
The big old residential.
Yep. And it's what I used for my personal line.
And what it do? It made you money, didn't it?
It made me money. Money.
I do mow quite a bit with my Cub Cadet, and it is close to 10 years old right now, and I've never touched anything. I've stolen several batteries for it almost every season, but the thing will cut down whatever you want it to cut down.
You need to learn to sharpen your blades.
All right.
They're sharp. They're only an inch wide, but they're sharp.
He's got a video about that.
Oh yeah, we tore some stuff up with that thing. We used it to plow leaves without a plow on it.
Cub Cadet 33. I had the Cub Cadet 33. I know all about it.
So when you said you're looking for a new 36 mower, like, are you like dedicated on the stand-on platform? Are you even thinking about getting a walk behind?
I'm dedicated.
Yeah. See, I like the walk behind platform in a 36.
You know, I figure if I'm going to get a walk behind, I might as well just keep what I got.
Yeah.
This is probably the funniest thing I've seen all day.
This is Doug Deer.
Doug the Deer.
Before they changed the zodiac sign, you were a Taurus, and look what it said.
What are you talking about?
What a way to
look at the Taurus. What's in the
ruin the podcast.
Pizza and Gemini.
Jason Thompson, if you subscribe to G4 Outdoors, which is my channel, Andrew is a partner in that, and Doug Deer here is just part of the atmosphere down here in my room. It's anything outdoors related. That's what we talk about, and that's why Doug is joining us today.
Do you have any side hustles in the winter months? No, but I freaking need to. I need to figure something out.
I know it was boring, wasn't it?
Dude, it's tough. I could see why people would start business in the first year and just not do anything the next year. Like you get so used to not doing anything. It's like, oh, frick.
Not only that, you just die out. As soon as the grass stops, you're done. I mean,
Yeah.
You have no income during the winter, fall and winter months, because once the leaf cleanups are done, which happened in February,
Right.
then you're done. You're done if you don't have anything else.
I might go up to Rogers and get like a part-time job next year or a full-time job for the months. It's like, why not? Dude, pay me $7 an hour. I don't care. I can talk lures to people all day. Just don't put me on a register.
All right.
I don't do registers, man.
Jason, if you're talking about me, I'm sorry. I'll move this back a little bit. Am I pretty hot?
You're pretty hot.
Your gain's up a little bit.
Sorry about that. I'll turn that down just a little bit. That sounds better there. Sorry about that, guys.
You can pretty much turn your gain all the way down and your mic would still be fine.
Just don't like that echo coming in behind me.
Right. Sell them the Encore. I like the Encore. I have a love-hate relationship with the Encore, man.
Yes, he does.
The lawn was estimate. Do you ask the customer why? No, because I don't care why. And if it's because someone will do it cheaper, what do? I do nothing. If someone wants to do it cheaper, let them go ahead and do it cheaper. Because anytime I've ever been outbid, like if I'm doing a property for $35 and some guy comes and does it for 25, guess what? Next year, that client always calls me. It never fails.
If
never
not,
fails.
If
And
not,
guess what? My price is now
weeks.
$45.
Right.
Well, the last guy did it for 25. Well, there's a reason he's not anymore. Either he's doing a horrible job and you got rid of him, or he's not doing it anymore because he realized he was getting ripped off, losing money.
I have mowed with Andy before, and there's been times where I thought the yard was done, but Andy like saw some stuff that needed to be retouched up. I was like, man, I would have just left that, but no, he takes care of it, and he actually leaves properties the way they should be.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. That's the way I run my business and the way I think of my business. There's no such thing as half-assed. And you're not going to buy a gallon of milk from the store that's half drank, are you? No, it needs to be the way it's supposed to be. So
when I've got to ask this because I'm curious. So when you bid a bi-weekly property,
I don't.
Okay, let's say you did.
Okay.
I know you don't, but if when you bid a bi-weekly property, if you did, would you bid that as you're going to double cut that every time, or would you just bid it as you're going to go in, mow it, and leave?
No matter what, I always do the best job I can. There's never a thought of a mow and go because I don't do mow and go prices. So I make sure my prices justify what the client's going to get. I will not do a bi-weekly for less than $100 a month. So it's going to be $50 a cut on bi-weekly minimum. I don't care if your property's in and out in 10 minutes. I don't care. There's more work that needs to be done for me to maintain that yard and make it look good. I'm talking edges need to always be done. The trimming's going to be taller. The grass is going to have to go over a little more. I will always justify pretty much every property I cut into the same price. So say, and this is what clients don't understand for a lot of time, at least for me. So like say I would have mowed this yard, we'll just go with the minimum, $25 a week. I'm making that still bi-weekly, $50 a cut twice a month compared to $25 every week. Yeah, you waste a little bit more grass, but the property's more maintained. But I'm always going to make what needs to be made. You're doing more work. You should be paid more, period.
Right.
And it's not good on the prop, especially some of these people. Who was I talking to? I was talking to a guy, Garrett. He came by to look at my equipment defender racks. He was thinking about purchasing them. He was talking about a yard where a guy pays like, I don't know, green, whatever, to True Green or something like that to fertilize and do all that stuff. And he wants his yard cut bi-weekly. I'm like, why would you spend the money to have your yard look amazing and no weeds and still want it to look horrible? I don't get that.
Right.
El Cheapos. And it's not, I don't know, maybe it is. I think it's just a lot of, how would you explain it? A lot of customers come accustomed to their own way. A lot of those people actually cut their own grass bi-weekly. So that's kind of how they expected it to be.
Or that, or they found out that it's cheaper that way. They find it that most companies are going to be cheaper for 2 mows than they are 4 mows. So why does it matter? You know, they're getting out of money. So,
right. Do you do weed control or fertilization? Is there more money in weed? If you have the clientele, absolutely, there can be more money in weed control or fertilization. But I would say 80% of my clients don't want it. They're just the kind of people that just want you to show up and keep their yard looking good. A lot of my clients do it themselves. They know they can save money that way too.
I don't think you can beat True Green for their prices anyway.
Oh, I guarantee some people can.
I don't know.
I would think they could, or at least compete. At least compete.
They come out pretty cheap for me.
Oh,
because they come out there and just shoot water all over your yard, and you think they're putting a chemical down. Hey, look, the grass is growing.
I think it's funny. My two neighbors across the street have True Green, and one I keep their lawn mowed, and one of them I don't. But they have True Green, and their grass is never like green. It's like my lawn's beautiful, lush, and dark green, and theirs is like, eh. And it's like, so what are you paying for? So you're paying them to come out and take care of the weeds, is what you're doing.
Yeah. Swelling your schedule not worth it. It really can. It can put a damper on the schedule because you're leaving that one slot open where you're not being able to put someone on there weekly. Kind of a headache. But how do you get lawns in your area where there's a lot of competition and still make money? Because you stick to your guns, man. If you want to make money, you stick to your guns. You don't change your prices. You don't go lower. If you're bidding a property and you need it for 45 and the customer says, well, can you do it for 35? You say no. If you want to make money, you make money. Don't break even.
If you negotiate one time with a customer, they're going to continue to try to negotiate everything.
Exactly. And then you'll also get in the habit of doing that with every client. But man, you got to stick to your guns. You know what you need to make. You just need to stick to your guns.
Not only that, I believe that your work shows for itself. Get letters on your vehicle. You can get those through Guitars, Girls, Green Grass, and Guns, G4 Outdoors, Randy Palmer on Facebook. I do believe any of that helps.
It does. Advertising in the area absolutely helps because that's advertising without even advertising necessarily. You're not putting work in. You're not putting your word of mouth out, stuff like that. But yeah, dude, absolutely. That's the one thing I would say, man, is stick to your guns. Even on bids, man.
That yard across the street, they're going to hire the $25 guy. They're going to have grass clippings in their edging that's stacked up and starting to mold and stuff. And every time they come over and blow, you got big piles of rotted grass that gets thrown up into your yard.
Might as well be a farm.
To where the house right across the street that you maintain is always clean and crisp.
Yep. Because you know who you are in business, whoever you are, whatever brand.
They'll say that's where that $10 goes.
Right. Because there's a reason there's a difference between a Kia and a Lamborghini. What business are you? Are you a Honda company? Are you a Ford company? Are you a Lamborghini company? So you justify your prices with the quality of work that you do. You can be any brand you want to be, but man, you shoot for the ceiling, man. How many customers do I have that I've never met? A lot. I've had customers that I've mowed for 3 years that I've never met in person, and they always want to text. They never want to call or anything.
I'm pretty sure I finally met all of mine last year.
I got at least 6 I've never met before, but they're busy people, and that's why you're doing their lawn care for the most part. I know Blake deals with one where he's never even talked to the guy. He just deals with the guy's secretary. So, I mean, there's busy people out there, man.
Don't matter as long as you're getting paid.
Exactly. And those are the ones I've never met are the ones that always pay me on time. They're always prompt because they just know how it is, man. But what do you got coming up for new purchases still? You were talking about maybe thinking about getting 3652. You got any other stuff coming up? Not in the works. You're just hard looking for those right now.
No, not really. The biggest thing is literally just the 36.
Yeah.
That's my first want to purchase. Now if a 52 comes up that, has a bagger and everything, that's just a great deal, then of course that's going to be my first purchase, but I prefer to find a 36-inch first.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go I think this year I'm selling the 2013 Gravely to get rid of the ACI deck. It does decent, but obviously there's a lot of advancements since 2013 to 2018. And I'm probably just going to pull my little strings and demo one for the year and buy it out at the end of the year for a little bit cheaper. Because that X Factor 2 deck and the constant belt tension definitely makes a difference. And having a new machine, I mean, just why not?
Especially if it straps like the one you got now.
Yeah. How many hours do you have on your 2013?
Like 300-ish. Not a lot, because the guy who had it before me only used it for cleanups and stuff. But those cleanups, that's a lot of hard work on the machine as well. Talk about route density. I'm trying to keep it tight. If this is the same Jason Thompson I'm thinking of, you have employees and stuff like that, don't you? I don't know if route density makes as big of a difference towards But for me as a solo owner operator, route density is extremely important because I got to be able to fit in as much as I can in that day to make as much money as possible. So if I'm driving from Timbuktu every day, I'm losing a lot of money in seat time, and I don't want to do that. I know. Danny still has a lot of properties where he drives a long way for, don't you?
I do. I've got a property in Oak Grove that, but I charge for it. You know, I mean, honestly, it's a biweekly property. It hardly ever grows. Like, I mean, it's not something you show up and it's like out of the freaking.
And just curiosity, what do you charge for? What do you get paid for that property? That one property?
$75. What's
your seat time there and back?
From where? From
here? Your house? From your house?
If I was, oh God, from my house, it's horrible. It's like an hour.
Right. So
it's probably actually about 45 minutes, but
we'll give it an hour. So say in those 2 hours, it's an hour there, hour and back. How many more properties could you fit in and more money could you make besides going out there? That's the route density conversation.
Well, I've got a lot on the way. Like I've got a lot in Independence.
Yeah.
And so that's why I took it on, is because I have a lot of her rental properties in that area. And so she just wanted me to go bid it and see if I could, take that on. And so I bid it to where I was getting paid my time from Independence out there and back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's all added in, and it's a small property. If you look at it, it's the size of your whole backyard, probably smaller than that. I mean, it's small.
Payment of cash or credit. I like both of them. That doesn't really matter since there's a little bit of lag. Sorry about that. I agree with the ones that are easy paying. Okay. Go pick up a Pro Stance 36 from Rob. There you go, man.
Translate one here for you. Do you think customers look at what you have when hiring you or not? What kind of equipment?
I believe
some of them probably do. I mean, some people are just that way. They're, what do you want to call it? Materialistic, I guess. Some people are just that way.
I purchased my first stand-on because I wanted to be able to show up at a client's property with commercial equipment and them be able to look at me as I was serious, not as just some Joe Schmo trying to make a side buck.
Yeah.
Can I give a different side to that? If I saw a kid, like there was a Facebook post not too long ago with a kid with a bicycle and a very small pull-behind trailer, I would probably hire him over you out of admiration.
Depends on the person you are and the property you have.
But you did specify kid.
How much are you charging that kid? How much is that kid charging you?
I'll give him a go, and if he does the same thing you do, then I would probably charge the same price.
Well, right.
I mean, I understand it, but it depends on the property, because that kid on the bike with his trailer and his push mower is not going to be able to do the same quality of work as I can with my commercial mower laying stripes, doing these things. And some people are just obsessed with the way their property looks, but I will never knock a hustle. If that kid's going out there making money, go do it, dude. Make as much money as you can.
Now, me as my 12-year-old self mowing the lawns that I mowed, no, I'd pay him the $10 like I got paid.
Yeah. And then you do the front yard this time and do the backyard next time. That kind of stuff. Where'd that one go? Oh, Jason
going
Thompson.
in circles.
Different Jason Thompson. Yeah, route density is super important for solo, especially if you're doing it part-time, man. Do you mind customers with cars parked in the driveway? No, because I'm a professional enough to not have to deal with those cars. Yeah. It doesn't make a big deal. If they're parked in the grass, I might be like, hey, man, what the fuck? But no, not in the driveways. No big deal.
And I just now got my PC back. I'm going to go get some coffee.
What are the pros and cons of rolled lawns versus grown lawns? What is rolled lawns? I don't even know that terminology. You know what rolled lawns is?
Not
You're talking sod?
That's what I was thinking. Not unless he's talking about sod versus going out and planting grass.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a big difference, I would think. Sod, I mean, in my area, man, if you don't maintain it, you're not out there watering it and all that stuff, it can.
Oh, yeah, it's going to die.
It can wreak havoc, man, especially if it's not done properly.
I had a family member of my wife's contact me and ask about verticutting their sodded lawn. And I was kind of confused. The first question I asked my wife was, well, why do they want it verticut? That's for bare spots. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people understand the difference in that. So it just kind of confused me. I'm like, they should be just core aerating. Like they don't have any bare spots where the grass just don't grow.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that sod's been down for a while and it's taken before you aerate, or you're going to pull up some sod.
It's been there for a couple years now. It's been there for about a year actually. I think they moved in last year.
Advice for getting clients in a startup business. That's all about the way you want to do it. I've never rang a doorbell. I've never knocked on a door. I've never put up flyers. I've gained all of my business through the power of the internet and social media. So that's just how I run my company. But I don't know anything about anything else.
Have you ever tried the split shaft systems? I actually own the Echo PAS system.
I have not.
Had a customer ask me when estimating a job yesterday what equipment I run for mowers, trimmers, blowers, etc. See, I mean, some people care, some people don't.
Yeah.
You know, they want to know if they're paying you that price that you want, that, you know, you have the equipment to make their property look like they want it to look. And a lot of people believe that, you know, they're going to get a better quality with somebody who has a commercial mower over somebody who don't.
Right. Andy, when you were side hustling, how many properties did you have when you had a full-time job? I was maxed out at 20, but I worked from like 6 a.m. to 2:30. So I had a little bit of time, you know, in the afternoon. Some people don't have that privilege, but 20 was about maxed out for me to be able to work my day job, work my business, and have time for family and do my kids stuff. And so you got to be careful, but that was about where I was at. 20 was pretty much my max.
And there's a lot of good ones on here.
Customers with pet peeves. Do you have any? Kids' toys. Pick your yard up. You know what days I come. That's always kind of a headache.
All right.
How bad does dog do actually bug you guys?
Not at all.
It bugs the shh.
That bugs the shh.
It bugs the shh out of me, and I will tell you why. Is because even though I charge extra for it, it aggravates the crap out of me, because not only do I have to smell it on my tires on every other property I go to, but I have to consistently keep my stuff clean anyway. I mean, ask Rob. He just got through washing and waxing and buffing my mower.
Dude, I would have slapped you if you were a dude at my dealership. I'd be like, I don't want your business. Or I'd be hitting you with the extra charges like I do my lawn care company.
Hey, he did. He said we can do it, but it's going to cost you. I said, I don't care what it costs. Do it.
I'm like, this mower's $8,900, but for Danny, it's $10,500.
so he
I know the headache that comes with it.
He said that they got it all pretty and shined up for me. I'm so happy.
Do you do a perimeter cut before you start laying stripes? It depends on the property, but if it's fenced in, usually I do.
I do it on every property.
I mean, if it's not fenced in, I don't need to.
Some people get nervous with big equipment on their property. That is true. I've had a lot of people tell me, I don't want big equipment on my property. I want you to push mow this.
Especially if they aerate it and stuff like that. The yard's usually pretty damp. They're real scared of rutting. But if you're a professional, you know how to prevent that.
All right. Lady told me she didn't want a big mower on her property. Peace out. Yeah. See, I mean, I've charged them. I've charged them for it. I'm like, hey, if you don't want it on there, I don't care to push mow it. There's one on my YouTube actually that.
Look at this cut and clean guy. There's another cut and clean guy in here.
Cut and clean. I think personality and your appearance is more important than equipment. I think it all has a lot to do with the way your company's taken.
I've picked up more clients with the personality than I have anything else, because I'm a great people person and I'm a great communicator. So when I first meet these clients, I can pick out things around the yard and around the house that I can have great lasting conversations with these people about other stuff besides even lawn care. And that's the way clients will remember you, as more of a person than just the guy cutting the lawn. It's called building customer relations.
Well, you mow in the rain. Only that depends, man.
If it's a light rain,
right? I mean, if it's downpouring, then no, I'll finish my property I'm doing, and I'll wait and see how long it's going to last. If it's going to continue for majority of the day, then I'm going home, and you ain't going to see me for a couple of days. That's a guarantee, and my clients know it.
Yeah, if it's raining, but it's a property I can still make look good, sure. But if there's a chance of me messing stuff up and it just looking like crap, I'm not going to mess with it.
Garrett Myers, in our area, we do have a lot of privacy fences, but they're not very tall. And the reason for that is a lot of homeowners associations, they have silly requirements to where your fences can only be certain heights.
Well, right. And down in Florida, you've got the deed property thing going on too. So they're deeded. So that's another reason why a lot of the properties down there in Florida have the fences.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff. Ever gotten gasoline in your eye? No. Are you looking at the nozzle? Make sure something's going to come out.
All right. Right. I don't know. Are we using a surecan or a no spill?
Is that something that comes with the no spill? It shoots out in your eye. Just that way you know there's gas in there.
There is gas in there, guys.
What's going on, Solo Cuts? How you doing, man? What's up, RB Jackson? How you doing, man? Kelly Lawn Care, bro. What's up? Let's talk about that, though, Danny, since you brought up that topic. I know you called me earlier talking about the president of No Spill contacted you in an email because you did a review between the surecan and No Spill, which I hate this guy's angle on it because you as a consumer have your own freaking opinions. It doesn't matter what they try to tell you about the flow rate or whatever. You used both of these. I don't need that information.
Right.
Just from taking these two objects, I can use one and tell you which one I like better.
So
I hate the fact
you
that he
actually
contacted you.
You actually just brought that up and you're letting the dog off the leash?
Well, it's not one of those things. It's somewhat unprofessional, in my own opinion, for a owner of a company to contact you on your own opinions. I think that's crazy. If you were the whole time, like, I've never used a no spill, but I think these are junk. Okay, I get it. If you've never used it, don't be talking about my product. But you as a consumer used both of these cans and you gave your opinions. So in a way, I feel it's kind of like a scalded kid coming after you. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
It was, he had some decent points, I guess. And then he had some points that weren't so logical. Like one of his comments that he didn't like about my video was, I didn't hold the gas can properly. The top handle is meant for only carrying, transporting the gas can. It's not meant for using to fill anything. Another thing
that's
he
the way
had
you
was,
hold it, you feel like doing it. How can someone tell you how to fill a gas can or not?
Right. Another thing he didn't like was I didn't discuss the flow rate between it and the surecan. He did not like that. I mentioned, when I think of a gas can, I put in there that I think of a gas can that can do anything. If I run out of gas on the side of the road, I want to be able to go home, grab my gas can, and put gas in my vehicle.
But did you watch No Spill Jill before you operated that No Spill?
Apparently not. And apparently I missed No Spill Jill, guys. And
That's
so,
good, man.
another thing was the automatic shut off button. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I used the automatic shut off button and it does not work. Gas went everywhere. Mine did not shut off. I've talked to several other people that are true no spill gas can fanatics, and theirs don't even work. Another thing that he didn't like was the auto shut off feature. Okay, so we went over that. Less than a month, another thing that happened to mine no spill was it was leaking from the spout. The button wasn't even pushed in. Like, you didn't even have to touch it. It was leaking. And that's not throwing it around. Like, I really wanted to do an honest review on this can, but it made me so mad that I went and spent my money on it, and I couldn't even empty my whole gas can in my trimmer or my blower because the way that it's set up, that it really made me mad. And I didn't take it to the professionalism video that I wanted it to be, because
it wasn't, but
it just made me so upset thinking about the things as they were going through my head.
And like we talked about earlier, I did the same thing with Encore. Like, I had such a hatred for them, but that was more so that it was shutting my company down. It's like, this mower is jacked and these people aren't doing anything about it. It's under warranty and everything.
Right. Now, if for y'all that don't know,
I get that.
Lenexa, Kansas is not very far from me or Andy or any of us.
No.
And that's where No Spill is. And I contacted No Spill several, and when I say several, I literally mean 7+ times probably before I ever did the review on this gas can, to try to get more about their side of how things worked, to learn more about their product, to be able to give it a fair view. And not one time did I ever I never received an email back one time, even stating, "Hey, Danny, we don't do things like that. We don't
Right.
bring you in for tours and go over things. I can, check out our website," like nothing. So I had to take it on what I knew from it, and how my experience went with it. And they didn't like it, because it wasn't in their favor whatsoever. And there are things that he said that I could agree with. That I could have mentioned the flow rate, guys. That's one thing that they have.
See, I say no. Why? I should not have to buy cans and care about the flow rate. It's a gas can.
Well, right, but his opinion on it was gas is time is money in our industry, and if you can fill up your equipment quicker without spilling anything, then that's a minute you could have saved not using the surecan. So I mean, he had some opinions of it that I can agree with from a company standpoint. If it was my product, I would have wanted some of that mentioned as well. But what it comes down to, guys, is it was my personal opinion.
That's all it is.
It was stated in my video. It was my personal opinion, and I emailed the gentleman back and I told him, "Hey, if you'd like to get another video together, maybe we can set something up and go from there and actually do a more professional video, because I would really like to do a more professional video. But let's be honest, I'm not going to go out and buy a gas can that broke on me within a month."
Yeah, it's to me, it's personal opinion. It's not a full in-depth review, because you can put a brand new Chevy truck out here and a brand new Ford truck out here. I can drive them both on the highway and back and tell you which one I like better, and I don't need to know how much horsepower or torque it has. I don't need to know what the miles per gallon is. I can tell you which one I like better. It's as simple as that. I like one more than this one. I don't care what it does. If it's faster, I like this one better.
Right.
No, yeah, I actually like the other one. Just admit it. I'll pay you to say you like this one.
But I'll pay you to say, okay, yeah, I know the other one's a lot better. How much money you got? Oh, yeah, the other one's way better, dude.
Well, I mean, Randy Palmer's a true no spill guy.
And hold on, I'm gonna take a timeout real quick. No spill, if you're watching this, if the money's right, dude, you guys have the best the best gas can in the industry. Period. If the money's right, the best gas can in the industry. Hashtag team sellout.
So, Randy Palmer is a huge no spill guy. Randy, you down there?
Mike's off, but I do love my surecans.
He does like surecans, but he's a huge, like, me and him used to argue between the surecan and the no spill gas can a lot.
Last time I was at his house, I peed in both of them.
And Randy Palmer will be the first to tell you that the no spill auto shut off fixture does not work.
And the flow rate is not as advertised. I had to drill a hole in my gas can to get the flow right.
Did you ever try that? Did you ever try it? Did you ever see if it would do 3 gallons in a minute?
Yeah, I think you were there. It wound up being 12 once I drilled the hole.
See, here's the thing, Randy. Were you holding the gas can correctly? There's a correct way to hold a gas can.
Not exactly like No Spill Jill, but I was, as a consumer would, that's how I held it.
Get No Spill Jill on the podcast.
No spill.
See if she's ever used a surecan. Maybe she can jump out of that no spill box. We'll see.
So that's how that went. So we'll get it figured out. We'll see if the gentleman contacts me back. But yes, the president of No Spill sent me an email last night.
We had a comment about clients wanting their grass cut shorter. What do you do? It depends on the grass. If it's something that looks good and can be cut short, sure, it makes sense. I'm going to charge a little bit more for it. But I like to stay at the same thing. And if it's like tall fescue or something like that, you need to educate your clients on why you shouldn't be cutting this low and why it's better for your lawn for this one.
It is called tall fescue for a reason.
We got a comment from Joe G that's hidden, talking about how all of us suck We effing suck, by the way, because all the YouTubes get them for free. Well, guess what? Whether I got it for free, my first two I paid for, so you're very uneducated with that, and I enjoyed both of them. Then they advocated me, and they started sending me free stuff. Whether it's free or not, I like it better. What are you going to do about it? You going to keep crying in the comments? I like it better. I don't care whether it was free. I don't care whether I paid for it. I like it better.
I purchased
I don't think that came off as a jab against you or anything. I think it was just in a sense.
He put we're all sellout B words too.
Sorry.
You can't read it. It's hidden right now.
I purchased my first 3 Surecans before I ever got contacted, and it was like a year later after I purchased them before I ever became an advocate for Surecan.
Right. And I mean, it's the same thing with mowers. Like if Craftsman was like, hey man, we're going to send you all the free mowers in the world. Well, guess what? I'm probably not going to run those over my Gravely.
All right.
I don't care whether it's free. If it doesn't help me, it's not benefiting me in any way, I'm not using the product. Period. I'm not using the product.
Hi, Scotty. How are you? He said, greetings from Cincinnati. He also said that, Andy, it's nice to see you took his advice on who to live stream with.
Hey, man, you guys knew I was going to stream with Danny. He's one of my friends. You guys knew that. You knew that homage was coming.
I thought they were talking about me.
Hell no.
You wish. Just purchased a 5.0 Surecan from Lowe's for $40. See, it's not a bad price. Guys, I mean, you in our industry, I believe you get what you pay for. And that's another thing I had to explain to the gentleman was in order for your product to do what a Surecan does, taking flow rate out of it, just all around what all I can do from one can to the other. By the time I purchase your nozzle, I didn't save any money. By the time you're leaking spouts, I have to consistently buy them. If this is an issue, an ongoing issue, I saved no money whatsoever. You know, so I spent more money than what a Surecan would have cost me and lasted. But I believe they say, what is it? No spills come with a 2 or 3 year warranty. But I've had a lot of people, and I'm not just bad mouthing. This is hearsay. Once again, guys, I have no proof of this, but I've had a lot of people that have been no spill fanatics tell me that they have contacted the company and they've never received an email back.
And that could be just bad for their customer relations product. But we had a comment in here, free is always good, but it's even better when the product is great. It's more exciting, which is true. And here's my question to anybody. If anyone who's upset about the free product reviews and things like that, if you're not taking the chance in your life to, you know, concur with opportunities, if you're saying no, like if DeWalt calls you and you're like, hey, we have this stuff, do you want to try it out and tell us what you think? And you're like, no, I don't want to do that. If you're not taking the opportunity to grow and opportunity to network with other companies, what are you doing? You should always take those opportunities, man.
I got a comment to make on that. I recently purchased one of my dream knives, which is a Benchmade.
Right.
But I do have the opportunity to get in with Kershaw. Now, I'm not going to tell Kershaw, no, don't send me any knives because I don't like them, because Kershaw may have a knife out there that I think is completely incredible.
Right.
And will squash this Benchmade, but I don't know about it because I haven't bought it.
Right.
So I think other companies sending you guys stuff, people aren't going to know about them because they're not on the shelves. But as you guys, as YouTube guys, anybody in general, really, the more it's free advertising, and it gives you an opportunity to use something that you've never used and to give you an opinion, to set your own opinion and put it out there. And
you should see the amount of things I've gotten that I've never done videos on because I don't like the product. I hate the product. I have a lot of stuff in my garage. It's collecting
water
dust.
nozzle in the world.
Yeah, the best hose nozzle. I've got people wanting to send me belts and socks, and I got a freaking snowblower down here that's electric that I've never done anything on.
Jimmy from To the Top Crane.
I've seen that. So another guy says, you know, do you guys like stand-ons that you can also use as a walk behind? I know me and Andy both have stand-on mowers that can be turned into walk behinds.
Yeah, and I'd never use it as a walk behind because there's no weight on that back wheel, man. If you're doing anything that's not completely flat, they're not fun to operate that way.
All right. Yeah, that's
You
definitely.
need they're designed to have that weight back there.
I mean, the only time I'll get off of mine is if it's to go under something, and usually I won't even get off of it. I'll just bend down real low.
Right.
I'm rough on the cans, having them
Heaving.
up and over, heaving them up and over the tailgate all the time. I was always worried about breaking the surecan connections at the bottom. RBL Jackson, I will tell you that if you do break them, if you happen to break them, they will not only replace them, but as many times as Andy and other people have thrown the living crap out of these cans,
I've broke them before doing those tests, but I'm doing stuff no one would do. I'm filling them up all the way and tossing them 25 feet in the air and letting them fall on the ground. Obviously, it's going to break. Who's doing that? But they hold up to your daily stuff, man.
Please have DeWalt in Milwaukee call me.
Say, me and Blake ran one over in the Raptor, and it kept on ticking.
Right. Yeah, there's some heavy duty cans. There's some heavy duty cans. Supposedly, I think the button up top that you release the pressure of is now has an airflow to it, to where it supposedly don't suck in as much or something possibly. But I mean, if you've got a full can, it's not going to suck in anyway. It's all that air, man. All that air.
Man, to me, I like. This is like one of the things I hate getting into. If it's something of value, I would compare mowers and give you reasons. But when it's a gas can, dude, I'm just going to pick which one I like better. If it's a set of racks, I don't care. That's what I say, man. Equipment Defender contacted me and sent me those racks. Okay, the reason they're on my truck is because they're better than the last ones I had. Green Touch hasn't contacted me and sent me anything. I can't tell you if they're better or worse. All I know is what I'm using right now. I like. I enjoy them. It's a great product. I don't have any problems with it. But it's way better than the crap that Danny gave me for free, and I see why he gave them to me for free.
They were free.
But guess what? Those worked as well. They don't work as good, but they worked. They did what they needed to do.
Oh yeah, guys, we're gonna give away some ISO Tunes Pros too.
Oh God, he's product plugging on my own podcast.
Boom, Bobby. Yeah, y'all make sure you go like, comment, subscribe. Lanier.
Why don't you have ISO Tunes send me a pair of those? I'll tell you whether they're worth a crap or not.
Because I barely got them to send me a pair.
I've never even talked to them. I love my LGs, man, because I'm a music head. I don't care about the
I do
dive down and
I love my LGs. Well, we've got the same pair. I like the loudness of them.
Yeah, dude, I love the music.
OSHA compliant. These things.
I'm not worried about OSHA when I'm out there putting in work, man.
You help me review them, so you know that when the lawnmower's running, it goes completely away. Like, that's one of the features I like. The noise is gone.
Yeah.
With someone who called me and asked to review landscaping items, that would be awesome, and I would give an honest opinion about the product. That is a big reason why I am sub to both Andy and Danny.
Yeah, man. I mean, the best thing to do is just put yourself out there. Keep doing what you're doing, because I'm not in it for the products. I really don't care that much. Right. It's a cool little thing, and it gives me content to post, but I just started doing this because I enjoy it. Well, a lot of you guys know I've been doing YouTube since like 2006. Not on this channel, but it's just something I enjoy doing. That stuff just kind of came along with it.
Next purchase will be the surecan rack coater for my trailer. Any suggestions? What do you mean by suggestions, JM?
Yeah, they sent me those, and I just don't know if I'm going to use them.
You know, I've thought about it too.
I don't know if I want the gas cans on my trailer like that.
But you've got the box on the front, so if I had the box, I would probably use the box. But my box that I bought last year, the lock mechanism fell off of it, so it's pointless. So I'm thinking about taking that completely off and putting my racks right there in the front of the trailer. So I'll probably end up using them.
Chase Hill, does your business name and logo matter to customers? I don't know if that necessarily matters, but the more professional you are, the more professional you come across, and that comes with being licensed, insured, having an actual business. I'm sure it does matter in a way, but I don't think they care whether you're cut and clean lawn care or Lanier lawn care. I mean,
I've seen some people out there that's just the tip lawn care.
There you go.
No, stay away from my house.
I don't know. I always tell the story of the dude I saw when I was mowing a property, and he was pulling his trailer. He had a big, I think it was an orange mower, whatever the hell it was. Might have been a Husqvarna or something residential, but he was pulling it with a hearse, and he actually had graphics on the side of his trailer that said the Trim Reaper. It was my favorite, dude. The Trim Reaper.
LG for life. Already got the ISO tunes. What do you think about them, Thompson? Plug that in here. Good luck on your channel, Scotty. I agree. The number one thing, the best advice probably me and Andy could both give you to grow your channel is post. Be consistent.
And this is advice that Danny does not know how to take.
It is true, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm almost to 6,000. I just don't care anymore.
But you do care. You wouldn't talk about how you're almost to 6,000. If you wanted to be 6,000,
okay.
you would have posted every day for the last 3 weeks, and you'd be at 6,500.
Every video I could post, and
there's all kinds of stuff you can post.
I mean, I'm posting, guys. Like we've been doing a lot of lives, so that's another reason why I really haven't been posting a lot of stuff. Because when he uploads this, I'm probably going to take it and put it on my page too.
There's
burn it.
A question or comment
monetized.
There's a question or comment that's come up twice now. Craigslist is charging $5 per cost or per post starting this Thursday in my area. That's been posted twice now.
That sucks. I don't want to deal with that. I don't do the Craigslist. I never got business from Craigslist.
I've never got any good business. Brand, look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Are you using it for an open or enclosed trailer? It really ain't gonna matter. They're both the same thing, literally. But I will say, and anybody who has used the Green Touch gas can rack can tell you that it is way quicker to get a surecan rack out of Equipment Defenders than it is just look at the way they're set up, man. Common sense is going to speak for itself. You can either pull a pin and pop right up and pull your gas can directly out, or you can have to unlock it and pull half your rack out to get to your gas can. So, I mean, it really just depends on what you want. But I will say another thing is Equipment Defender is also $20 cheaper on their racks than...
Someone asked if I've ever met the CEO of Gravely, and I have, and that's Dan Aarons, and he is a great guy. Besides being a great guy, he's very knowledgeable about the company. This guy knows his stuff about mowers, knows the issues, knows if anything's going on. Very, very smart. And his son, Steven, great guy as well. I was going to say something else, but I forgot.
Steven. I have met Steven. Steven is a very personable guy. I went to GIE with Andy, just stood next to him, and he just started talking to me. We talked for about 15 minutes about railroading. I about puked, but he was a very happy fellow learning about the railroad.
Oh, yeah. Craigslist customers are terrible. The reason I don't, I try to look outside the box, but I only go off of my own way of thinking. But I don't post to Craigslist because if I was looking for a lawn care service, the first thing I'm not going to do is hop on eBay or Craigslist. I get on Google and I search lawn care in my area. And that's why I put so much effort towards my Google thing, because Google is way more precedent than Craigslist is. Who's Craigslisting lawn care? Come on.
So we've got a question about will the Defender rack surecans work on the round trailer rail? Neither Green Touch nor Equipment Defender are made for round rails when it comes to the racks like that. Nor when you start talking about the gas can racks or the water cooler racks, things like that, they're made for flat rails.
Right.
Now, can you fix it to where it'll work? Of course you can, but neither product is made for a round rail.
At Cut and Clean, never been here. What do you guys talk about, etc.? Well, on this podcast for the Talkin' Shop live podcast, this is a lawn care related channel, lawn care business, helping people grow their businesses and learn different things. But on the Talkin' Shop, I basically contact a lot of other YouTubers in the industry, not all lawn care related, but a lot of them business related. And I just have conversations with these people. It doesn't have to be about the business topic. It's just getting to know these people. Right now I'm on here with Randy from G4 Outdoors, which is another channel that I work with in the outdoor industry, hunting, fishing, guns, that kind of stuff. And then we got Danny Lanier with Lanier Lawn Care. He's a lawn care business owner, also helping people grow their business.
Can you see that? What I just received?
Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Yeah, because you got to talk for me to see it.
No, I don't. It's probably freaking. There we go.
Is that the guy, Tom?
This is the guy I just received an email back from on the review.
Live. You see what he says?
He says,
quick verbal shout out. Matt LaMarche is or was in the house.
I'm a comedian too, man. We'll get Green Bay Wacky in here and just talk about funny stuff.
He said, "Thanks, Danny. I run the original Green Touch racks, but switching to Equipment Defender for a better look." I mean, if you're switching just because of looks, I mean, hey, go for it. The original yellow ones, I never had an issue with. When they switched to the green, it seemed like a lot of people had problems with different things about them. But I mean, it's once again, it's what you want and what you're, what kind of look you're going for. So I got this email back from the president of No Spill. He says, "Danny, thanks for your email. Didn't know you tried to reach us. We get too many requests for samples from a lot of people on YouTube. I only responded to your video because you were in KC area and I didn't think it was fair. If you had tried to contact us and tried the auto shop without success, then your video was more balanced than I realized. I'll leave it up to you whether or not you do another video. If you do, please let me know. Thanks."
Ask him if No Spill Jill can contact you. Maybe you can do a video with her and she'll teach you.
So, a lot of people don't realize what we go through, guys. Like, I'm contacting you. I didn't ask for a free product when I reached out to your company. I asked to come and learn more about it for a review of this product. And you probably assumed I was going to ask for a gas can for free, vice versa, whatever. But, I mean, a lot of people don't realize what we go through to actually try to make these reviews as honest and as much as possible. And so, I mean, if I've got if I just downed it to down it, then, I can understand where you're coming from. But I actually tried the product and, this is just things that I realized about it. And so, I mean, that's what it came down to. At least he was a gentleman enough to contact me and say, "Hey, I see your point of view of where you came from on your product review now." So that means a lot to me for somebody to actually, reach back out and say, "Hey."
Oh yeah. And it's difficult when you're talking in a business sense. If you're comparing two products, no matter who you are, you're going to like one more than the other. Give them to the next guy. The next guy's going to like No Spill better. Give them to the next guy. He might like SureCan better. But
Right.
It's just opinions, man. It doesn't mean your product's the worst thing on the face of the earth and it sucks and no one should use it. No, it just doesn't work for me and my business. I prefer this one better. Someone else likes them better. It's just the way the world works.
And all of the products that have been sent to you guys, I don't think any of them were 100% positive reviews. You all tried to find at least one negative thing in the product that you didn't like, that you thought should have been changed.
There's always a con. If you do a review and you never have a con, you are lying.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's no such thing as a perfect. I mean,
there
is.
I mean,
Coca-Cola, perfect product. Can't beat
There's YouTubers that have products sent to them, and they never have a negative comment to
you
say
won't
about
say
it.
a negative thing about it.
And that's the people that guys are just trying to get your money in the affiliate link or just trying to make the company happy. I when I reach out to a company or if a company even reaches out to me and wants me to do a review, I let them know straight up front it's going to be an honest review. So if you have any doubt in your mind that your product is going to get bashed in any way or conned, you might not want to send it to me.
See, that's the thing, Garrett. This is a comment or a response to Garrett. If your product sucks, you should improve it. Class act to reach out to convert and hustle hard. Absolutely. But at the same time, a lot of the products I get that people send me that I don't post the video, but I do email them and let them know why I'm not going to post this video and why I don't like this product. I always try to give them feedback, any reason of why I think the way I think. And it's the same thing of Gravely, man. Gravely's done a lot for me. I know I do a lot for Gravely. And at the same time, I will always tell you that Skag has a better cut quality in my area than Gravely does. But the Gravely's built like a tank. It had its options that are better for me. They may not be better for you, but that's something they can improve. They can improve the cut quality.
Yeah, a lot of these products that they send you guys are new. They're new to the market, and they want you guys to test it out. I would rather my video not be shown and you just give me personal, texted, emailed feedback rather than putting the product out there saying, "Look, this is junk."
And I do that
apart really quickly. And they don't want that video out there, but they do want your opinions. So, if they send you a piece of crap that's something needs to be fixed on it, I would rather hear that, fix it, and then give it back to you.
Right.
And as soon as it starts to get right, then I'd be like, well, put the video up even though something sucks on it. Put the video up, let people know that I've been in communication with you this whole time. We fixed everything that you said was wrong with it. We've improved, and now I'm going to let you test it. You're going to tell everybody what's wrong with it. We're going to show that we fixed that product, and we just keep improving. And I think that's what a lot of these companies are doing.
I've ran with companies that I've tried to tell them ways to make their product better. And it would make the consumer feel a lot better about purchasing those items. But guys, let me say something. When you're buying when these products are still selling like hotcakes, probably, why would you change anything? And I'm not going to name any companies because that's just, unprofessional, but I've tried to help some companies out and they just continue to do the same thing. And then when the consumer gets it, they have to go out and buy something to make that product better. Well, what was the point of buying it? There's products on the market that you can buy that's already better for the same price. And don't forget code Lanier, save you 10% off.
There you go. Plugging away on my podcast. But yeah, no, I can always tell that from companies when they contact me as how they worded the email. Hey man, we want to send you this product. Can you do a video on it? That just lets me know they want advertisement. They just want their product shown. They don't care whether it's this or that. But the people that reach out to me, like we'll say, I'm trying to think of a product off the top of my head. Golden Edge, the Golden Edge. He didn't care. He just wanted to send me one to see what I thought. He didn't want me to make a video. I made a video because I was blown away that this random little edger that cost, $30 that's welded together does this amazing getting this stuff back. So I made a video about it because I'm like,
after using it, I had to go buy one.
Yeah. I was you guys got to see this. This thing's awesome. But
you guys pushed that for about 2 months.
Yeah. Because if I believe in it, I'm going to talk about it.
No money, just product sent your way.
Just a product. Yeah.
Yep. No, I didn't. I bought mine. And I went to, I met the guy, Daniel at GIE. And he actually, guys, there was a guy there. He was running a special, hey, you get 2 for $60 or something, 2 for 50. And the guy just wanted one. And I was like, man, look, I said, I'll spend the extra $15 and I'll get you, the second one. Because it's a real good product. Why would you not? Hey, give it to somebody or something. But anyway, the guy gave me one to give away at GIE. I mean, Daniel's a great guy, and I honestly love the product. It's still on my edger to this day. Oh, yeah. I absolutely, for overgrown properties, it is a definite. Like, you will never use a regular edger blade again once you've used the Golden Edge on a overgrown property.
Green Bay Wacky, I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, don't forget about G4 Outdoors on that either.
Yeah, go check out G4 Outdoors. Go check out Danny Lanier with Lanier Lawn Care in here as well. Another Garrett Myers one. I always tell them if they want a product review, it starts at this price. I do that. I do that a lot. If it's a product I don't care about and I'm not going to use, and they contact me saying, hey, we'd like you to do a video. You want me to do a video for this product? I'm not going to use this product. But if you want me to do it, I want to get paid. Like, my time is money for this stuff. And I've done videos on some of that stuff. So it's like, you're going to pay me, but I'm still giving you an honest, review of this product. If you're paying me to say something good about it, you're probably not going to get up on my channel unless you're giving me like $100,000, like some stupid amount. Okay, I'll bullshit my way through something, but that's just not the way it is. It's not the way it works. So if I contacted, I don't know, True Green, like, hey man, I'm cutting clean lawn care. Can you guys advertise my business in your next commercial? I'll give you a free lawn care cut. It doesn't work that way. It's just asinine that some of these companies do that.
What's up, D Gentry?
Gentry in the house. My Cub Cadet sucks. Oh God, Randy, close your ears. Close your ears, man. Do you approach the new guy on the block mowing yards in your neighborhood? No.
Nope.
He's got to hustle. Go do it, man. I was that new guy doing stuff once. Yep. Go for it. I'll get mine.
That's what a lot of people don't understand, guys. Is
if I approach them, now I will say this, I have approached them, but it's usually in a networking aspect. Like, right. Hey man, if you're just trying to stay in this area and I get some smaller properties I don't want, here you go. If you ever get any calls with some bigger properties out in this area I'm looking for, feel free to give me a call. I always stay in touch with people as far as networking and building your business, because these are people that are going to have your back one day. And it's worked for me. Me and Blake from B&B have a great relationship as friends and business associates. Same with, there's a bunch of people, dude. I got a bunch of people in my area.
Networking is how you and Danny got together, and I'm pretty sure you networked with Blake, and that's how you guys became acquainted. So it's
Keeper's Lawn Care. He sent me stuff. I've sent him stuff. I mean, it's the same thing. It goes back to route density too. If it's out of my area, but someone else is in the area, why wouldn't I give that? You know, I haven't really networked much with Brown Brothers, but I know where they're at. If someone calls me from Olathe, Kansas, I can go, I don't service that area, but I know someone who does. So it's always good to know these people. They can help you and you can help them.
You have a big lawn service guy that lives just a couple blocks away from you that stops by and talks to you, just see how your business is going. You guys catch up on stuff. I don't know if you throw business his way, but it's not a,
I mean, if you can't handle it, if you can't handle the workload, why not?
Yeah, it's not hard feelings. He just stops by and talks and says, "Hey, my route's doing good. How's your week been?" It's not.
Right.
Yeah, there's no animosity there. It's just.
No. Yeah, there should never be, because that's the guy that's going to have your back when your trailer's broke down on the side of the road.
Yeah.
You know, you blow a tire, that's the guy that might stop and help you. You know, so.
Yeah, I'm going to be broke down for about a half hour today. I have to get this lawn done. Would you want?
Yeah, would you help me? I'll pay you for it if you can just get it done so I can continue that service. But yeah, absolutely, man. Check out the snow removal service in Florida. There you go. That a fellow lawn care company remove our bandit signs called me and told me that my signs were put up in his territory. I would have had an awesome conversation with that guy.
Get off my corner.
This is my territory. Well, he's obviously threatened by you, or he wouldn't have took your signs down. If he was a big business that was booming and he had all the clients in the world and he was doing great, that guy's struggling as a business to do that. Because if he took time out of his day to do that, he's struggling. He's absolutely struggling.
Yeah, I do T-shirts. I don't do very many T-shirts. I don't do very many letterings on vehicles, but I do have that service to where I can make vinyl decals for that stuff. I'm friends with a lot of people on Instagram. And I'll throw his business out there. Get lettered up. Mr. Duncan, also known as
Call Me Grassmaster.
Grassmaster. I'm not threatened by him at all, but he's taken all of my business. I'm happy for him. I'm not threatened by him in one bit. He's because
it's not a
super guy.
It's not really business versus business. Because you know how your quote business model is. And your business model is more social and what else would you call it? Hobbyist.
Yeah. 24-inch Garrett.
It's not, it's more of a hobbyist deal. You're not out there, you're not feeding your family. You're not paying your rent. You're not doing this kind of stuff with that business.
And that's his winter hustle as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Because your lane. You just enjoy doing it. Also important. Yes, absolutely. Like meeting you guys. Thompson's Lawn Care. What's up? Thompson's Lawn Care out of Independence, Missouri, I believe.
It's Lanier Lawn Care.
Out of bum F word Egypt, Australia.
All right. What did I miss? Let's go through some comments here.
Not much.
Nope, I didn't.
You're not missing much of anything.
Oh, well. Guys, we're 45 away from 6K. Go subscribe if you haven't, please.
Sure. Randy, I want a To the Top Crane sticker for my back window. Shout out to the Top Crane. He's a good guy, man. He does our podcasts with us a couple times on the old G4 Outdoors. He's a good guy, very knowledgeable. If you guys get a chance, go subscribe to the Top Crane as well as G4 Outdoors.
That's right.
He was also featured in Echo Means Business.
He was. And I was featured in Echo's Means Business too for some reason.
Still don't know how that happened, but Jimmy, give me an idea of what you want. I'll get that drawn up.
Do you give
Randy,
any discounts? No.
I'm going to this year.
I'm not.
I think I'm going to.
I'm not going to because I believe if you start giving discounts,
it depends on what it's for. What if you did like a military discount? What if you did like?
I don't see the point in it. It's lawn care.
The point I see of it is if it's something you support. I do support the people that have served our country and took this sacrifice to do these things, and I feel they should get more back than what they are getting, because it's difficult for a lot of those people to come back to what we're doing here. And I don't have it. I don't have that in me. I could never have joined the Marines and went over there and fought. I don't have that. That's not built in Andy over here. So someone else to have done that for someone like me and like us, I feel like there's definitely a way for me to give a military discount for sure.
I do. Okay. I see where you're coming from. But at the same time, I feel like our pricing is where it should be. Like, I feel like you're getting a lot for the price compared to what it should be.
Well, I mean, it depends
already.
on what the discount is. It doesn't necessarily always have to be a substantial money off.
Well,
type of thing.
right,
You
right.
can figure out something to do.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that.
Like people do senior citizen discounts. That's the one I don't get because we're all going to get old. That's a fact. That's happening. Like there's nothing any of us can do about it. But someone who, took that extra step to, serve the country and do these things, I feel there's something in that, man.
What's your military discount, Eastman?
See, I'm trying to figure something out. I don't have mine yet, but I'm trying to figure something out that's not like a stereotypical, hey man, you can get 5% off. But what is it that I can do? That's what I'm trying to think of. Because I watch a lot of this stuff lately, especially I've gotten more into the outdoors and stuff. And I watch a lot of YouTube channels, Own the Dash podcast, stuff like that. And it's like, man, there's something I can do for these people.
Now on the senior citizens discount,
We're all getting old, man.
we're all getting old, but that means that someone is going to have to take care of your yard at some point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can see where the senior citizen discount would come in because
So Acme Mowing is a retired military after 21 years, and he says he does not even offer a military discount.
Hey, that's for him, man. That's for him
Right.
to figure out for sure.
I mean, so what's y'all's thoughts on it? Should you offer a military 10%? Okay, so that's $3.50 off of $35 cut.
Not all seniors are on a fixed income. I'm technically on a fixed income.
if I see they need it, see, that's kind of my point right there.
It's opportunistic. I'm not going to say anyone over 65 gets a discount because not everyone over 65 needs it. My grandma lives in a homeowners association. She's like 85, 86, 87. I don't even know. She's up there. After these people cut her yard, she'll go out there and do it again and retrim stuff because she doesn't like the way they did it. She's 85 years old. It just depends. If it's someone who medically can't do it and they're struggling, sure, if I can fit it in and do it for a cheaper price, absolutely, because I'm a human being. I have a client right now. You've mowed this property with me. They own a duplex, and her husband has had health problems. Again, I'm going to drop that price a little bit for them because it helps in the long run, and I'm able to. I know what I make on that property. I'm able to do that things because I'm a human being. Yes, we're here to make money in our business, but you also need to live with yourself at the end of the day. So if you can do things that, could better someone's life, it can make you a better person. And karma is a real thing, guys.
I mean, I don't want somebody calling me asking for every discount under the sun because that's just going to tell me what kind of client they are from the beginning. And you probably really ain't going to like my prices. But I mean, if I show up to a property, like, Acme was saying, if I show up to a property and they need it and they're not asking for it, do you give a senior citizen discount? Oh, well, do you offer a military discount as well? Like if they're just trying to go cheap, then, more than likely, I mean, unless they absolutely positively just,
and you can tell by meeting people,
right? Then I don't care to return the favor, but there's some clients out there that'll try to get every single dollar they can out of you, even though they don't need it.
Yeah, see, and that's the difference of what I'm talking about. There's more of a chance of me helping the person that's not asking for help than me ever asking or ever helping the person who's asking for help.
Right.
If you're always like, man, can you do it for this, or can you do it for that, or can you do it for this? It beats you to death. But if I see someone who's struggling and I know that's real and they're not saying anything, there's a good chance that I'm going to do something about it.
Garrett Myers.
Have you raised the price on a customer and they dropped you? I've not. Everybody I've raised the price on, I've kept. The only person I've actually lost from price issues was I had a client that was right next door to another one of mine that, he's the reason I gained the property. But he called me for $5, wanted me to lower my price $5. And I was already at the lowest that I was going to do the property for. And I told him, no, I can't. That's where I've got to be at. And he dropped me for $5. Now the guy did call me back. I quoted him $10 higher and he didn't like that. But my point is, just because $5 is cheaper does not always mean it's going to be better. And, another thing I learned is more than likely you're not the client. I want for my personal business. Other people may have taken him back. Me personally, it wasn't worth my time because I know the next guy that comes along offering a $5 discount, he's going to drop me for.
Right.
So it's not worth my time.
Loyalty will go a long way too. Touching on Garrett Myers, he gives a hot chick discount. Remember, his company is sexist because he doesn't give a hot dude discount, which if you're going to be in business, you got to play the ball field correctly. You know what I'm saying? Garrett knows what I'm saying. He's drawing up his hot dude discount right now.
You got to pitch and receive.
You do, man.
7 Lawn Care. I have to disagree with that, and I will tell you why. You say all middle-class citizens are on a fixed income. My parents worked well above their middle class. And did they have to? No, but they did. And, they are wealthy. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it by any means. They did not have to work. They could have probably retired at 40. But they worked well past their, middle class. And so they didn't, they weren't on a fixed income at middle class. That's
a difficult topic too, man.
Right. Some people choose to work. I know people that are in their 70s and 80s that are working today that could quit work easily, but they choose to continue to work. So, not all middle class are on a fixed income.
No, because I know people that make tons of money, over $100K a year, and they're struggling paycheck to paycheck because of what their lifestyle is. You don't need all this stuff that you have. I don't need a 55-inch TV in every room, but you pay for the things that you need. You generate what your class is, not really what you make. Because you could be making 25 grand a year, depending on how you live. You could be the richest guy in the world. It just depends. That's a difficult topic right there.
It is. I mean, there's so many ways to look at it.
See, but I'm going to touch on Garrett's thing. He said, when he says seniors fixed income, in some cases of Social Security, not only, and that is in some cases, but there's some people who made awesome decisions through their life and get tons of money because they planned their retirement out correctly. So that's difficult. There is some senior citizens in that situation. Absolutely. And there's some people that have more money than they know what to do with. And those people are also cheap.
See, I took that wrong. He said middle class, not middle age.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a difficult subject because it's true. There is some people that are stuck in certain things and some people that aren't. I mean, it's a difficult one.
I mean, if you're on a fixed budget, my first question would be, why are you trying to spend that extra money on lawn care if you don't have it?
Yeah. Some people just don't have the time. I get that too. I mean, everyone has different situations, but it's opportunity costs, I guess.
All right, 7. I'm sorry.
Andy, that's your explanation is what I was trying to do. Oh, yeah.
Little law going on. Hot chick discount only. Hot dude discount, please call Cut and Clean.
Nobody's getting worked up, man. Nobody's mad at anybody. It's just it's hard to explain. Like I always know where you're coming from.
It's like a text message. You can take it in different ways.
Yeah. Trying to make a living in these streets.
I ain't doing it for free. They called back wanting me to do it for the same price I was doing it for previously because the job the other company did was terrible. They didn't like the new price and got upset. And that happens,
See, and I also explained to them, I'm like, when you dropped your position on my schedule, I picked up another client. Now I don't have a schedule spot open. If you would like me to fit you into the schedule, it will cost a little bit more.
Someone's triggered. Somebody's triggered.
Triggered. Oh, man.
Jimmy, I'm sorry.
Crane. All right, Jimmy's mad. So everyone go unsubscribe to the Top Crane right now.
Right.
Now how mad are you? Triggered?
In his last video, please hit the thumbs down button.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I just play it by ear, man. I try to meet these people. I try to meet all my clients, man. I like having customer relations. I like people, man. So, but yeah, man, if you dropped me to hire someone else at a cheaper price, sure, I can't blame you for that. If Sprint knocked on my door and can get my cell phone bill down $100, there's a good chance I'd drop AT&T. I understand saving money, but at the same time, please do not call me back and expect me to do what they were doing for their price. Do not.
Right, Acme, you've got a real good point.
To the Top, Crane's got a real good point too.
Everyone wants mowing on Fridays. That is another true statement.
Yeah, Dick Gentry, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that. Have a good day.
Gentry. Yeah, for sure to the Friday comment. And I mean, if my schedule's full and you want on that Friday comment, you got to pay for it because I don't want to spend all day Friday mowing, having 10 to do that day or whatever.
Right. I've got a schedule just like everybody else. And more than likely, if you're in my city, that's where you're going to be on a Friday. If you're anywhere else, it ain't going to happen because I strictly mow in my area on Fridays just
because that's when you mow your grass and everything too, right?
Just so I can get home early.
Why y'all fools out there working today? Because the grass is still brown. My yard's the only one that's green, but it's not growing.
Mine's not even green, and it's beautiful freaking fescue Kentucky bluegrass.
So I was really wanting to go fishing today, and then I took Braden out to the bus and realized it was still cold. I'm like, oh no, it's cold.
They have rich parents equals no mowing.
They have rich parents.
So what else y'all got, man? Like, I will tell y'all, I've got some new products coming my way that I've purchased for my mowers, and I'm very, very excited to see how they work and give y'all a review on that because I think they're going to work phenomenally. I think we'll see.
Yeah, we were talking about that. The stripe kits, as you would. I think a lot of those things I can make myself. I just don't want to put the time and effort into it. I've done the stripe kit deal, and it does make a difference. But man, I don't know if it's worth the purchase prices.
To the top 10, have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping in. If anybody hasn't checked out To the Top Crane, go over there and check out his videos. He's just starting a new channel. He runs it can be up to a 300-foot crane. He picks up a lot of equipment, heavy stuff, and drops it back off.
Yeah, I just watched his video the other day, the new one where he moved that house onto that foundation. It's like, man, you have to have some skills to drop that thing on a dime, man. Picking up houses and just moving them on foundations.
That's kind of a teaser. That video isn't out yet.
I'm just saying. I watched it.
What's up, Jake?
Actually, it might be out yet because it was in my subscriptions list.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in my subscriptions list. But either way, it's still gnarly.
Jason, I am still running the Toro. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I could be running the Skag that stripes phenomenally. That's the one thing I will give Skag mowers is running the Skag. They stripe phenomenally. But I always want to see deeper stripes. Regardless, I'm such a stripe fanatic that I want my stripes to stand out so freaking well that people go, what the hell is he using? What is this guy doing? I want my lawn to look like that.
Solo, I agree with you. Log home, you guys still use the 60-volt equipment or once in a while or not? I don't really use it that much. I use it around the house. I will never take it out in the business. The having all the extra batteries and stuff like that, especially in the 60-volt platform. It would be easier, especially for you California people, to use like a 40-volt platform that DeWalt has. But as far as the 60-volt, it's still pretty much homeowner. For the
what about your DeWalt blower that you do take that with you? Or do you take another one with you that we use?
I'll take one or the other. I mean, to me, then the blowers, electric wise, they all pretty much have the exact same runtime because it's hard to get them batteries to do what they need to do for that kind of,
because I know that's taken from them. You always carry a battery one with you. And, when I open your tailgate to start blowing off properties, if I finish before you. Yeah. Sometimes you'll run behind me and spot check with that electric one or vice versa.
Yeah, if it's a small property, single driveway, no stuff, I'm not going to throw the backpack blower on for that. I'll just grab that little one and go along my way, and it makes more sense to me.
No, there's the Stripley's.
But that's another thing, though. You got to remember, these are products that I gotten for free from companies, okay? Would I go out and purchase a 40-volt DeWalt blower for that reason? Absolutely not. I can do it with the backpack blower. But since I do have that product and I can use it, does it work? Yeah. Does it save me time? Sure. Would I have bought it? No, because for that reason, I wouldn't have bought it.
Just real quick, Acme Mowing and Lawn Care. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that. Have a good day, sir.
Are you going to be able to get them off the bus?
No. Have a good one, Acme. Why you switch? I switched because for a lot of people know why I switched. The customer service with Skag and the dealer personally were horrible. My Skag was in the shop every month. Skag basically well, pretty much told me to elf off. There was nothing they could do.
Who brought this who brought this subject up? I'm going to delete their
Jason Thompson.
Jason Thompson. Damn it.
I'm being very calm. So why are you mad?
Skag did do Danny wrong. That is one thing I'll say. The minute a representative for a company says, man, we tried to fix it, it's still doing what it's doing, give it back to him, see what he thinks, is the minute you lose me as a customer. If you're not putting all your time and effort to fixing this product properly the way it needs to be, then don't even bother giving it back to me. You have a job to do just like I have a job to do, and your job is to fix this problem. If it's a problem.
It was bad. It was real bad.
Sorry, Jason. That was just the correct button to push. If you want to push another button, mention Stihl.
No, we got limited time. I got to get Braden off the bus here in like minutes. So finish up your real quick topic, Danny, and then I have to end this.
That's it. That's all I had was that's that was it. I really got done wrong by Skag. Skag can pretty much deny whatever they would like. But what it boiled down to, guys, was they didn't want to do anything for me. My dealer, once they sold me the mower, did not want to do anything for me. It was just issue after issue after issue, and I was done with it. And another thing I'm going to tell y'all real quick is a lot of the warranty work that got done on this mower never got entered in Skag's system. Now, if you know anything about mower work and warranty work, after so much warranty work, you can say that you got a lemon and they have to replace that mower for you. And all of the work that got done, 2 things were on the warranty work. Nothing else was put on there. And Skag wanted to tell me, well, the the dealership probably did it out of good faith. And my question to them was, this mower's been going to another dealership I didn't even purchase this mower from. Why would they do all of this work for free and eat the cost when I didn't even purchase this mower from them?
Right, for nothing, which is weird.
So, it got done wrong, and I don't care what the price is. The only way I would ever give Skag another chance is if they gave me a mower for a year or whatever. That'd be the only way I'd give them another chance to take back what I've learned about their company.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, when a company kind of does you wrong, you lose interest. Whether it's a great product or not, it's like, man, those customer relationships are real. Eastman Landscaping struggles with Gravely, says it's a $9,000 paperweight. Man, I'm sorry you feel that way because my Gravely has made me a lot of money. But hey, man, it's like I'll always say, I can buy 10 Gravely Pro stances or 10 Skags or whatever. I guarantee 2 of them are going to suck. It's builds, it's machines. They're not all made the same. I can buy 10 Ford trucks and one of them's going to freaking last longer. A transmission's going to break earlier than the other one. That's just the reality of machines, man. But ending it on that, guys. All the people in here, 27 people watching, 18 likes, man. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. I got to hop off here. Got to end this at 2 hours. I try to keep these somewhat short. 2 hours is a good range. I got to get my kid off the bus. But I want to appreciate Danny with Lanier Lawn Care. If you guys are in here watching the video and you've definitely made it this far, please go over and subscribe to his channel. He's got some really cool giveaways coming up. You guys may want to enter in those. He's really close. I think he's 45 away, maybe a little less now. So go check out Lanier Lawn Care for sure. We got Randy in here still kind of chiming in, vaping his life away there in the background. You can't see him, but make sure you guys go subscribe to G4 Outdoors. Me and Randy always have cool stuff we're trying to put on that channel. We did a little vlog of shopping for some lures and stuff, but if you enjoy the hunting, guns, outdoors, that kind of life, make sure you go subscribe to G4 Outdoors. Also, make sure you're subscribed to Cut and Clean Lawn Care, bringing you today's entertainment with Lanier Lawn Care on this podcast. Guys, I appreciate both of you coming in here, talking to me on Talkin' Shop, man. I'm glad you guys all had a great time. As always, we will see you guys in the next one.
Thanks, guys.